Hello and welcome to Plague Inc. Evolved, the Fungus edition. Or as I like to call it, the freaky fungus named Fred. Which is what we're going to name our little plague today. You already know what I use for my additional add-ons in the beginning, so I'm not going to go through that this time to speed things up a bit. And I'm not going to be reading all these little locations. So anyway, I'm Unka Bean from Unka Bean's Games Lab. This is Plague Inc. Evolved. And we're starting our fungus in Brazil. Why are we starting there? Just for someplace different. Now with the fungus in the beginning, you want to start spreading it quick. You want to start getting those DNA out there as quick as possible. You can do this by using a spore burst. This will infect one country. And of course, everything costs DNA. And where are we off to? There we go. We just infected Central Europe. Now I believe they've got good medicine there, so we're going to have to evolve that quickly. Now that was a tip to pop orange DNA bubbles, and this is think what would happen in real life. Plague Inc. is a hyper-realistic model of the world. Plan your strategy and evolve your disease accordingly by spending DNA points. Well, that is our plan. And the fungus disease type, Fred is a fungus. Fungal spores find it hard to travel large distances. So you must evolve fungal spore abilities to infect new countries. That's just what I was telling you about. And we're about ready to do it again. Now these go all the way around in a circle, and then you get a big one in the middle. And then you get this one, which goes all the way around, and a bigger one in the middle. But remember, it costs more DNA to do it every time you do it. In the beginning, it's fine to get 2 or 3 going. And after that, you don't want to push it too far. You want to let it spread through the land masses on its own. You're kind of hoping it's going to spread to a place like Greenland or South America or USA. Now, another good way to get it going is through land and water. So I just evolved it so that my ships can now carry it. We know all about the country information. And we've infected hundreds. We're off to a good start. 581, now we're up to 850. And growing quickly. Alright, let's start getting more infectious. Let's see, that doesn't really increase infection, but it does drive people away from the doctors. So that's coughing for infectivity. Insomnia to make people less productive, and irrational delusions and mental symptoms make them distrust doctors. So it'll build up a while before they actually go and see somebody about it. Which is nice, that allows me to work on the infectivity a bit more. And we've now infected thousands. Alright, let's add a rash. That's not going to hurt nothing. And it will get the infectivity up. And we are up to 66,000 now and rising. And as you can see, this little marker, we've got a small little smidge out of that. That is a world population, usually around 7,123,421,221. And it kept dropping, so I just kept going with the number. Excellent. Fred is infecting more countries on his own now. That's exactly what we want. Now's a good time to build up the bird transmission and the air transmission. Get our birds carrying Fred across. We are now more infectious than TB. Always a good thing. Well, I mean, if you're a virus, it's a good thing. And if you're not a virus, well, carry on. Alright, we're just about getting to the point where I'm going to pop another spore. We are now more infectious than HIV, and we're about to get spotted. Yep, we just got spotted. New minor disease spreading. Well, that is us. Seizures. We do not want seizures. That starts killing people off too early. And if you start killing people off too early, that's a problem. You end up killing everybody off before the world's infected. Excuse me. Okay. Now, let's go back to, I think, abilities, because we wanted to get another one. Infecting. Hoping to hit a good country. Ooh, we got Iceland. That's a good hard one to hit. Brazil starts work on a cure. Well, we're not worried about that yet. But since we're going into Greenland and Iceland area, we will increase the cold. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. So far, Brazil is the only one that's really popped. We're doing okay up here, but they've got that socialized medicine. That kind of makes things a little more difficult. So, drug resistance. That'll help speed it along. I see we got a few going down here in Southeast Asia. And it looks like Indonesia's just off the rockets, right like Brazil. Very nice. New Zealand Center of Magnetic Field Shift. A recent fluctuation in the Earth's magnetic field is claimed by scientists to be strong enough to be harnessed by New Zealand as a source of power. Ooh, news at 11. Yes, there we go. New Zealand Center of Magnetic Field Shift. Always got some interesting headlines going on here. Keeps the game interesting. Okay, we're starting to get some more DNA built up again. Let's go for, do I want to slow down the cure? Do I want to pop it? Yeah, let's get the birds attacking. When the birds start attacking other species, then it starts spreading even faster. Inflammation. Well, that's fine. That doesn't kill anybody. Or does it? Well, apparently it does. Yes, we don't want fatality. That makes them research quicker as well. They get scared of the disease and they start researching. Right now it's a minor annoyance, so they're throwing pennies at it. And that's a good thing. We don't want them throwing a lot of money at the research until we've got the infection up to a serious point. Okay, we're starting to cross into North America. Let's get that. And vomiting. 2 more infectivities. How is the U.S. coming along? Yeah, decent rate. I guess the medicine is working. Indonesia is the first to shut down airports. That's alright. Okay, let's add sneezing into the mix. How are we doing on a worldwide scale? Yeah, we've still got a lot of countries to infect. Those red ones are the ones that are completely infected. Thankfully, they don't throw out quarantines against those countries. Mutating cysts. Well, that's not deadly, so I'm fine there. Cysts are just little boils that pop, and they get infectivity increased as well. Okay, back to transmission. Let's see, let's go insects and blood. That's going to help. Let's see, my little countries are popping up. This is good. More infectious than the common cold. Well, we gotta like that. I think that is as infectious as you can get. I think that is pretty much the most infectious one out there is the common cold. So when we beat that, we know we're doing good. And we got some serious DNA points to spend. Livestock, rodents. Let's slow down research. Let's really slow down research. No, not yet. Not yet. And sweating. There we go. That was just a whole night's whack. And we've mutated the fever symptom, which we don't want because fever kills. You give me fever. But I don't want your fever. Your fever kill me. That would be bad, very bad. Yes, we do not like fever. Alright, we got 39 DNA points. Let's see how our world is looking. Excellent. As you can see, we're definitely getting there. I think I'm about ready to pop another one. I was really hoping you were going to pop in Greenland for me. Let's see, how are you doing? None, none, none. That's where we're going to be needing the later ones for. Pulmonary edema. That is not good. That's a big death. And that is right there. Let's devolve that. Let's go back to transmission. There we go. We have just made the cross-species list as contaminated as it can get. It is in the food supply. Livestock, birds, wildlife. Fred is placed on the WHO watch list. Already dangerous, governments are warned it could become unstoppable. Oh, and Germany has started the global cure effort. Well, now that they've started that, we've already done that. Let's throw a DNA mixer in there. And another spore. Okay, we popped the blue cure bubbles. That means the cure stays going nice and slow. Inflammation will not kill anybody, but actually I'm thinking at this point, it's time to start killing people. Let's see what we can do. We don't want to go too deadly, so let's start with seizures and let it build. And set off the big spore cloud. Good, I got Greenland. Fred's mutation patterns are extraordinary. Good for you, Fred. And it looks like almost everybody is infected now. Let me check my world map. Everybody's infected. And the cure for Fred is 25% complete. Okay, so what we're going to do is let our infection rate build up here a little bit while they focus the global research on the cure. We're going to let Fred keep mutating on his own. If anything exciting comes up, we're not going to stop it now because we're at this point where we need everybody to get infected. And we need people to start dying soon, but we need the infection rate to stay high. Excellent. Greenland's about to go ballistic. Now I think it's time we can add a little more death. See, how's our world looking now? That's just Greenland. We're not worried about Greenland. We're worried about the world. We have now killed more than the Black Death. And it looks like we have a very small pocket of resistance going on. And they're in Greenland, which is slowly getting taken over. Ooh, and we've just developed insanity. And there are no healthy people left in the world. Now it's time to put everything into killing. The trick is you can devolve all this contagion stuff now because you no longer need it. Everybody on the planet is infected with your disease, so you don't need to be able to spread it anymore. There you go, and I just made myself 53 more DNA points. And that will buy me pulmonary edema, our total organ failure. That will get the death toll rising quickly. We're at 42% cure rate. And we have killed more than the Spanish flu. Oh, and one of the countries just exterminated all the birds. Central America is beginning to break down. Let's see, do we have anything else we can add? Now we want to start making everything as deadly as possible. If it can kill, we want it. As you can see, I now killed more than smallpox. The DNA is going up rather quickly according to how many people are dying. So the faster the people die, and the cure is 50% complete. Well, it's not going to get much further, I'll tell you that. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Pulmonary edema, that's another good death one. If it proves fatal, let's do it. Worldwide scale, we've got 2 trillion dead and 4 trillion left alive. Alright. Diarrhea, and that's all we can add for now. Diarrhea proves fatal through dehydration. Botswana is in anarchy. Botswana is first to fall into anarchy due to Fred. No cure research can take place. You're a nasty fungus, Fred. You're a nasty fungus. But you're doing a good job. Spain's government has fallen. That's good. That means cure research stops in that country. And they keep trying to sneak it in, but I got ya. Mexico's government has fallen. Alright. We're back up to 56. East Africa's government has fallen. Governments are falling left, right, and center. But there's only 208, well, there's only a few 100,000 people left on the planet, I should say. And now we're under 100,000. And here we go, watching the last few die off. Well, I gotta say, I hope you've enjoyed this playthrough. If you're watching the highlighted version, I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a pleasure making it. If you like the video, give it a like, give it a subscribe. And once we kill off these 19 million people, I will save it up and upload it. But I think I should be doing this before I tell you all the stuff about the end of the video, shouldn't I? That's okay. Like I said, give us a like, give us a subscribe. I hope you enjoyed it. It's been fun making it. The last 3 million people are dying. And we're about to get our message that the last few humans are hiding in holes and dying because there's nothing they can do about it. Fred to destroy humanity. Fred has destroyed the world despite the world's best efforts. The last few humans know they are watching the end of history. Yes, the world is now in ruins. Well, thanks to Fred. Good job, Fred. Alright. And there it goes. We're just about at the bottom dregs. 1,000 left. And there we go. Victory! Fred has successfully eliminated all life on Earth. Like I said, way to go, Fred. Anyway, this has been Unka Bean from Unka Bean's Games Labs. We will talk to you soon. Have a great day. Stay caffeinated, my friends.